Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hello, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Eric.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre, and we are taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies, breaking them all the way down to the bottom. All the way down.
Eric, we're back. It's the penultimate episode.
Penultimate episode. These
on
are
Navy
always
SEALs.
penultimate episodes are always my favorite.
We've both changed our drinks up.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm drinking some Weller Special Reserve.
Excellent.
I had to bring my proof from 100 proof down to 90 proof
Oof, man.
because I'm responsible.
You are a responsible person. Yeah. I finished my entire bottle of wine. So I have moved on to a nice, light, drinkable beer, Stella Artois.
Absolutely.
I love a good Stella. It's a tasty little, easy drinking. I think that this is
a Pilsner
an ale.
or no, I feel like it's a Pilsner or a lager. Or something.
Well, so the difference between an ale and a lager is the brewing, right?
Something to do with lagered, being lagered.
A lager is, I believe, a cold brew.
Okay.
And so as a result, lagers tend to have a richer, fuller, maltier flavor,
Okay.
whereas ales are a hot brew, and they tend to have a crisper, lighter flavor.
I feel like that's a Pilsner.
Yeah.
I
Pilsner
don't know
is an ale.
Is that an ale?
A Pilsner is an
Okay,
ale.
I'm going to
yeah.
look it up because now I'm curious, as I'm sure our listeners are
Yeah,
too.
I'm sure that they. I'm sure they want to know this.
All five of you. Stella Artois, Belgian Pilsner beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think of Pilsners as being like light drinking,
Yeah.
crisp, light
Yes.
beer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, we're on some Navy SEAL shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is the penultimate, next to last episode.
Like I said, these are always my favorite because this is where all the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
We get to the dark night of the soul.
We're not blackout yet.
Not yet. No, we're not there, right? There's still like like episode 5 is always just the action to the end credits. Episode 4 is where we're trying to tie up some storylines, trying to give motivation for the final climax.
Episode 5 is always interesting to me because as I go to edit them, I'm like, I don't remember any of this. I don't remember talking about this shit. And episode 4 is the sweet spot.
The sweet spot. Okay.
That's
excellent.
right before.
Excellent.
Right
Okay, well,
before
here we
everything
are.
goes dark.
So,
I'm kidding, sort of. I'm mostly kidding.
well, you don't have to drive anywhere.
That's true. I'm at home.
Yes, and I do have a couch that I can
Absolutely, yeah.
I can crash on if it gets to the point where
There's always the sex swing
yeah.
you can fall asleep in. It's quite comfortable.
Look, I did that one time, and now you think
as a callback to previous podcast episodes. Okay, but yeah, Eric's
right.
going to try to
You're gonna
summarize
get
the
us caught
plot
up.
of this film.
Yeah, that's right. A hostage situation at the beginning of the movie prompts the arrival of our titular Navy SEAL team. While they're rescuing these hostages, spot some Stinger missiles. They try to blow them up, but fail to do that. On the debrief on the aircraft carrier, not only do their bosses say, like, why didn't you blow up the Stinger missiles? They also see that a terrorist guy was at that location as well.
Yeah.
So they've got this MacGuffin of the Stinger missiles. They go on a series of quests a quest to try to recover them. It's on a boat, but the boxes are filled with sand. They don't know where the Stinger missiles have gone to.
Yeah, it was a red herring or
it's a ruse, a
yeah.
distraction.
Your cunning attempt to trick me.
Ooh.
I don't appreciate your ruse. What is that, Clerks?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't believe I remember that actually, but yes. Their only lead, because the American intelligence infrastructure is apparently incompetent and incapable of doing their job. The commanding officer of a Navy SEAL team hooks up with a reporter who's half Lebanese and apparently has the inside scoop of all of this. And he convinces her to not necessarily give up her sources, but at least obliquely work with them to gain enough information to potentially find out where Shahid has gone.
He dangles that like Navy SEAL dick in front
That's
of her.
right. And she just can't resist. It's too attractive.
Yeah.
It's too sexy.
He honey dicked her.
That's hell yeah, you deep dipped her. So Charlie Sheen's character, who is a loose cannon and is literally the worst human being in the world, and every time you see him, you want him to die, and yet somehow he doesn't die, and somehow he's not court-martialed. He suggests that they just kidnap a dude and torture him. Michael Biehn's like, that seems like a good idea.
Sure.
He pitches it to his higher-ups, who are also like, that's a good idea, but we can't really call it a kidnapping. So what if we paid him after we kidnapping?
Sure.
And everybody's like, that's a great idea. And so they're gearing up. They start gearing up to like not kidnap this potential informant to try to find the location of the Stinger missiles and the big bad Shahid.
Absolutely.
And that's where we're at.
So now we cut to sometime later. The SEALs are at this rapid deployment base in northern Cyprus. I guess, sure, that's a thing.
Sure, why not?
This is a tiny squad of guys.
Yeah.
There's 6 guys. There's 6 SEALs left. Normally, a SEAL platoon is 16 guys.
Wow.
Sometimes you get like an 8-man squad, which I think is how this movie started with an 8-man team.
That's right. Yeah.
One got wounded. One guy who we never learned anything about him. In the first mission, a guy got nicked by a bullet, and he was never mentioned again. But so the guys that we have left, they are gearing up for this Halo deployment. That's a high altitude, low open, like we're jumping out of a plane at 30,000 feet with supplemental oxygen.
Yeah, and it's a wildly complicated, difficult jump to do.
Yeah. Tom Cruise did one in Fallout.
For real. Like, he actually did it.
Yeah.
He trained for it and actually fucking did it. The guy's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I can tell you that Bill Paxton, Michael Biehn, and Charlie Sheen did not actually do this Halo
Definitely
jump.
not. But it did seem like they filmed a real one for the movie here.
I think they did, yeah.
But yeah, the dudes, they're being told, you're going to be dropped 12 miles offshore and you're going to have to swim in.
I couldn't determine any information. Is 12 miles? That seems ridiculous.
12 miles. Well, I was thinking 12 miles is odd, but then I was thinking back to our Iron Eagle episodes where 12 miles is like the start of international airspace.
Okay.
So maybe it's like, well, they made some talk about we have to follow the normal flight paths of civilian aircraft.
Yeah.
And because we can't be dropping you. So I think it's we got to be in international airspace. We're going to drop you and you're going to have to swim in because if we're flying in closer, then they'll know that we're invading their airspace.
That makes sense, but is 12 miles a ridiculous distance for them to just free swim?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's true.
Like maybe Navy SEAls are like next level refined in their physicality.
I mean, that's a long way to swim.
Yeah. Like
that's an incredibly long way to swim on open ocean.
Yeah. It just seemed insane to me that 12 miles is how far.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't, why in this one instance couldn't they give them an inflatable raft?
Swimming 12 miles is nuts. And they could have jumped out of an airplane with a raft.
With a raft.
They could have done that.
Right.
That's a thing they could do.
It's just like, that was just like 12 miles.
That would take
what?
Hours.
Yeah.
Hours of swimming.
And then like
I did the research. Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
2 miles an hour is the average speed a person can swim, or maybe up to 5 miles an hour if you're wearing flippers, which they are wearing.
They are wearing.
So, but still, that's 2 hours plus of swimming.
It's just like
and then you start your mission.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if 12 miles was a reasonable distance for these guys to swim, just in general, the idea that they would swim that distance and then do a mission is lunacy.
I do think trained SEALs might be capable of that.
Yeah.
That might be the type of endurance that they are capable of.
Trained for.
But that's a nuts mission.
It's just, it doesn't have to be, because they could have been deployed with a raft. They could have been deployed with any number of things that would have made that 12-mile journey less grueling.
One of those, like in The Rock, when they had that like underwater, like a thing they're holding onto. It's a propeller. It's
Yes,
they would have had
100%.
something. I feel like they would have had something like that.
Agreed. Even if it was fake, like again, 90s, no one is fact checking this nonsense. You can come up with any bullshit technology.
James
that you want.
Bond was doing that shit like in the 60s.
Yeah, I know. 40 years before this movie.
So then the CO is delivering now like a final bit of instruction to them, like on the tarmac with plane engines running. He's like yelling in Michael Bihn's face, saying like last minute instructions about their exit. I feel like, why are you doing that, yelling in his face on the tarmac and hoping that he hears you?
You were literally in an underground cave.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It was nice and quiet. You didn't have to yell. You were already talking about the mission plan.
Yes. So now they're airborne. Michael Bihn's talking to Sheen. Apparently, he's like the second in command. He's talking them through what to do if something happens to him. So Sheen is like overly confident.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, this is just gonna, this is a walk in the park. And Bihn's telling him, you better lock in and take this seriously.
Oh yeah.
But I guess we needed that reminder that Sheen like thinks he's like fucking bulletproof or something. So we got Bill Paxton. He's antsy. He hates jumping out of airplanes. Suddenly, like the dudes, they're loading weapons up. They're making their final preparations. Chief is reading a book, The Rise and Fall of the Great Powers, which is a bizarre detail.
It's like a weird,
strange detail.
Yeah.
I looked it up. That's a real book. It's about about the rise and fall of like the great civilizations of the past, like the Roman Empire and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know if there's a hidden message to the viewers there. I don't know, but someone just exposits that we're going to be jumping from 30,000 feet. We're 6 miles up.
Yeah, you guys are crazy.
Bill Paxton is very nervous.
Yes.
He's given the good like aliens vibes, I feel like. The Hudson vibe.
There's this great moment right before they jump off, right before they depressurize the cabin, where he's like got his goggles on and they're already fogged up because he's like nervous breathing.
Yeah.
And like his one of his squad mates is giving him shit. He's like, You got goggles on already? It looks like you're about to go underwater. Like it looks like you're underwater already. Would have been hilarious if literally his next action weren't that he then put goggles on his own face. Like, wait. You're making fun of him for wearing goggles, and then like you literally put goggles on immediately after that moment.
I also like the moment right before they jumped when the dude's like telling him like, oh, I don't know, your chute doesn't look too good. I wouldn't jump if I were you.
We need to talk about this whole sequence.
Well, all of a sudden, Bill Paxton's become the main character.
Yeah.
For one scene only.
So, but it's just like, it's not just them teasing him. It's that he looks at his chute, manipulates it somehow, and then closes a flap and then tells him that his chute looks bad. And I'm like, wait. Why are you showing me? Did you actually fuck with his chute?
I don't know that they would ever give each other. I don't think they're joking around, but maybe they would be. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
But suffice it to say, go ahead.
Yeah. So they depressurize the cabin. The SEALs jump out like into this like sunset. It's beautiful, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to think about jumping from that high.
You can't really feel it. I feel like the distance is so high.
I don't know how long the free fall would be, but a couple minutes,
right?
Maybe
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're practically in space at 30,000.
What's also crazy is that's the same height as like the top of Mount Everest. So when you climb Mount Everest, you're that high up, having climbed up that high.
God.
That's fucking crazy.
It's just bonkers, man.
But you gotta either acclimate to that type of atmosphere,
yeah,
or you gotta have bottled oxygen. Because I think if you took a person from sea level and just placed them at 30,000 feet, they'd be dead in a couple of minutes.
Oh wow,
that's my understanding anyway.
Oof.
But yeah, they jump out, they free fall for like a long time, then they deploy their parachutes. It looked like they had filmed like a real Halo jump. I don't think you can fake that type of altitude. Like you're so far above the horizon.
And this clearly was in CG because this is 1990.
Sure.
So all of the footage that you're seeing is legit. So yeah, I mean, it was an impressive stunt. I mean,
I don't know if that was with the Spanish military or if that was with the real, like the real help of the real SEALs or whatever. But Chief, he's got a problem opening his parachute. So he's got to like cut his primary parachute loose, and then he like just barely manages to open up his backup chute before he hits the water, which was obviously a dummy,
which kind of completely undermined the tension.
It was a little bit like weak. I loved that Michael Biehn was on the radio yelling like, pull, 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 like as if he wasn't trying to do that.
He wasn't trying to do that already.
You probably don't realize that you need to pull.
You have a spare chute, use it.
So the rest of the SEALs, though, they gently land in the water. They all had swim fins on, which they did not have when they jumped
out of the plane.
I don't think they put it on while they were free falling.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. But then they scuba dive like the 12-mile swim to shore. So they come ashore. They're proceeding with their mission. Everyone starts taking up their positions. Everyone's being cautious and stealthy except for fucking Charlie Sheen, who's just strutting down the middle of the street like he owns the place.
Fuck this motherfucker, man.
He's like full Maverick mode. It's like, you're dangerous and foolish. You're unsafe. So Biehn and his squad, they go and break into the house, and they're checking and making sure that everyone else is in position. This like random passerby comes and he spooks everyone. And he's like loitering right behind like one of the hiding SEALs, Ramos.
Yeah, he like looks up directly at him.
Yeah.
Like at the
The dude didn't necessarily seem like a threat. He's just like smoking and reading the newspaper or something.
Yeah.
But now inside the house, the target, he's watching Mr. Ed.
This is
dubbed
such a
in Arabic.
weird scene.
He's smoking Marlboro Reds. It's like fucking wild.
It's just like, what a surreal moment in this movie.
I feel like it's the closest we've ever seen on film to someone literally smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. It's like, okay, we didn't get Captain Kangaroo, we got Mr. Ed.
Close enough.
Yeah. Michael Biehn, though, he bursts in through like the beaded curtain, grabs the dude, snatches him, drags him out of there silently. Now, outside, though, a couple of more dudes have come up to that loitering guy. They've got fucking machine guns. So Chief, he's warning Michael Biehn, there's a crowd forming out here. And Biehn tells Chief, well, use your best judgment, handle it. Sheen is like, I'm going to come and help.
Right.
And Chief is like, no, I don't need any backup.
I've got them dead to rights.
Yeah, I've got them. I could kill them all before they knew what was happening. But Sheen is fucking itching to pull that trigger, right? Michael Biehn orders Sheen, like, don't start anything.
Yeah.
Sheen, though, he comes strutting down, immediately gets spotted by the guys who go for their guns. Sheen wasn't even trying to avoid being seen.
I just hate this character so much.
Yeah. So Sheen and Chief and Ramos, they kill the guys after like a brief exchange of gunfire. The original guy who was like reading his newspaper or whatever, he did materialize in his hands. He had an AK-47.
Yeah. So he
like,
was a bad guy, I guess. Yeah.
So anyway, Sheen radios to Biehn, it's all clear, come on out. He's in high spirits, having just taken some lives, right? But he soon realizes that Chief was hit and killed.
Yeah.
Like he's just dead.
Yeah, just dead.
There's no like last breaths or dying words like tell Jolena I love her or any of that. He's just dead. It's a shitty way for Chief to go out. He deserved better.
Yeah, it was a punk death, man.
But it was like our Goose dying, like death of Goose moment for the film, right? Heavy scene. Everyone's like in shocked silence. Biehn tells Sheen, I ordered you to stay put. Now we start hearing like yelling in the distance, and Biehn throws Chief's body up and over his shoulder, and he's like, let's get the fuck out of here. And I gotta say, like, Haysbert is so much larger of a human than Biehn. If he really did just toss him over his shoulder like that, that's pretty impressive to me.
Not happening. I don't think that was a real.
The dummy.
Yeah, it was definitely a dummy.
A mannequin or some shit.
Yeah.
But they all hustle down to the dock where there's like a small boat waiting to rush them out of there. I'm not sure why the boat can be there to whisk them out, but it couldn't have brought them in.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Hilariously, too, the people on the boat are not even in camouflage. They're like in they're like in just desert khakis or something, right? And I'm like,
they have like military helmets on and stuff, and it's like
I don't understand. Like, why is it okay?
We can be here waiting for you, but we couldn't have just run you in here.
It's so fucking.
I feel like they wanted to show every way that the SEALs might deploy.
Yeah, I guess
into a mission, so we could jump. We could do a halo jump. We could come from a submarine.
I guess so.
I don't know.
It's just so stupid. It's just dumb.
But cut to sometime later, Michael Biehn is going to tell Jolena that they lost Chief. She's like working in this greenhouse. The scene is playing out in total silence, except like her just screaming.
It's literally the best scene in the entire movie.
Oh, that scene was tough.
It was
and the
rough.
Actor, S. Epatha Merkerson, that chick can really act.
Yeah, she did great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There was so much pain in that wailing.
She was in this movie for less than 5 minutes and had the best performance
Probably
of the whole movie.
I think so. So now we cut to Chief's rainy funeral.
It is raining fucking bullets. Like, it is pouring down rain.
Little known movie fact. There's a 90% chance of rain at a movie funeral.
Yes, that is correct.
It's almost always going to be rain.
That is correct.
But Jolena, I also love this touch. They're doing a 21 gun salute, and she's like sort of jumping in her seat when the gunfire goes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice touch. They play taps. The soldiers are folding up the flag. The SEAL team is there. They're saluting the casket and all that. Jolena is looking on in pain as Chief's parents are being presented with the folded flag. It's like a heavy moment.
It is rough, dude. It's rough.
They did the flag presentation at my granddad's funeral. He was like a World War II guy.
Yeah.
And it was still a heavy moment.
My mom, I don't remember it, but yeah, my grandfather was a World War II vet too. And my mom still has the flag that was presented to my grandmother when he passed. Like, they still have that flag.
And my 101-year-old grandmother that was my other granddad, has his, like, he was also World War II, like, Navy guy.
Yeah.
And has his, like, framed up and is, like, in her house or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's just, it's like, you look at that and you're like, man, this is a fucking piece of history. It's just, it's unbelievable. Anyway.
So now after the ceremony, Jolena is walking with Michael Biehn. She's asking how Chief died.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just flatly says it was a training accident.
Lies to her face.
Yeah. So she calls him out on his obvious lie, tells him, that's all that is classified. I can't talk about it. Like, you can take that shit and shove it, which is facts. But I feel like, you got to, I guess, understand that he's under orders. He's got to keep the details secret, unless, of course, she's like a sexy
journalist,
half Lebanese journalist.
Right. I mean, look, Salma Hayek is half Lebanese. I get it, man. I fucking get it.
Salma Hayek is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Half
and
Mexican,
half Spanish or Mexican?
Half Mexican, half Lebanese. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So she says, though, I know this may seem like a silly question to you, but if we were married, would I have gotten a flag? And he says, yeah, you would have gotten a flag.
Fucking.
And that, like, breaks her heart.
Brutal, dude. What a brutal moment.
That's tough, man. The high point of the movie in terms of, like, acting and emotion.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, she's crying and Michael Bihn's hugging her. And Sheen is watching this from a distance. He's presumably feeling guilty about it.
And it's just like it's painful on multiple levels because they were so close to being married in the first scene of this movie.
Yeah.
And it's his job that destroyed it.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just go to the courthouse after that or whatever.
Exactly. But then like the double fuck you of, even though we know that you two are together, we know that you were betrothed, we know that this was going to happen, because it wasn't like county clerk had signed the paperwork.
Yeah.
You don't get this. Right.
That's
it's just
bullshit.
Unbelievable. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so we're later on that evening. The SEALs are tying one on at this bar. They're watching the video from the day at the golf course. So it suddenly makes sense that she had the camcorder.
Yeah. Justifying that.
Yeah. The boys are drinking hard. Ramos is like, he's aggressively ordering drinks. Another round.
Yeah.
He's like yelling at the bartender.
And if you remember from episode 1, we were teasing a cameo from a particular actor.
Oh, yeah, he's coming right up.
Yeah.
This local Yahoo approaches. He wants to change the TV over to the ball game. It's fucking Titus Welliver. is credited as Redneck in Bar. Dude, until I did the research for this, in my mind, I had like what's the syndrome? The when you make up a fake fact.
The Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. In my mind, this was Tom Sizemore.
Really?
I had always thought it was Tom Sizemore that
so
comes up.
funny.
No, it's Titus Welliver from
Lost,
Deadwood.
from Bosch, from
Deadwood.
Yeah. I mean, he's been in a million fucking things.
He's awesome. But yeah, he comes up. He's like, I want to put the ball game on. Rick Rossovich is telling him, hey, we're watching this video. We're not changing it. And Titus thought it was a good idea to call Rossovich Squidly. Hey, Squidly.
Like,
what does that even mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Rossovich is ready to have like a go at him, but Sheen steps in. I loved all the thing about, he's like, hey, butt out. He's like, butt out. Hey, he's like smacking the guys on the ass. He's like, hey, butt out. He's coming at him, but Sheen steps in. He's like, no, let me handle him. He tells the guy, hey, we buried our friend today. And like, we're saying goodbye to him. So why don't you say goodbye? And the dude, like, Sheen turns his back on him. Guy grabs him or whatever. Sheen whips around. He grabs that dude by the throat. He's got him in a bad spot. He's like
really
He's ready to like rip his throat out, Roadhouse style.
Yeah.
But instead of ripping the dude's throat, Sheen like kisses him right on the mouth, and he says like, "I love you, man." And all the dudes start cheering.
Yeah.
Even Michael Biehn was impressed before he's like muttering "fucking asshole."
Yeah, remembers that he hates.
I don't know. Was he talking about the redneck in Bar, or was he talking about Sheen?
I think he was talking about Sheen.
I think so too. So now Sheen, he picks up his beer. He makes a toast to Chief, the best friend a guy ever had.
Meanwhile, Bill Paxton is literally lighting the bar on fire.
Right? Why did that? That's barely shown.
No, he's just in the background.
He poured a bunch of like liquor over it and lit it on fire
while Sheen is doing his thing. I'm like,
no one is
what is going on?
Whoa, guys, you gotta leave now. No, it's crazy shit. So Michael Biehn looks like he wants to say something, but instead he just walks out of there. So Sheen follows him out into the parking lot. He's like, well, is my toast not good enough for you? And Biehn drunkenly asks Sheen, don't you take any responsibility for what happened? Fair.
Yeah.
But, I would hope that Sheen's character is not so narcissistic that he can't see that this is on him.
Yeah.
But he might be. So Biehn says, Sheen left his position looking for a fight. Like looking for a rush.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, I hope you got it because you're toasting the man that you put in the grave, which is harsh, but it's true.
It's true. 100%.
Yeah, man. So Sheen snaps as Michael Biehn's like walking away. He's like, I know I fucked up. I fucked up bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about it. He's really acting hard.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he cranked it up to 11, but it sort of sucks.
Yeah.
He's probably like, he's fucking high as well.
Charlie
probably.
Sheen, he's Charlie Sheen. You get what you pay for with him.
I feel like no good director, like a good director would have told him, you got to dial this back a little bit.
Right. Like
let's do another take.
You're up here. I need you to be down here.
A little more subdued.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Michael Biehn, he never turns back. He walks off. Sheen, then he sits down, he buries his head in his hands. It's like going to be a fucking Dark Night of the Soul incoming for Charlie Sheen. Now, later on, Claire, the journalist, she's back on the docks, paying a little late night visit to Michael Biehn.
Wink, wink.
What the fuck is she up to?
I don't know, man. What I want
Is
to
this
know,
like a late night booty call?
I don't know. I literally...
Did he call her? Did she call him?
Yes. Let's just go with like one of the two called the other.
I would say like she's coming to check on him or something.
But
you
how
know
would
what I mean?
she know that she needs to check on him? All of this is classified.
She seems very cheerful.
Yeah.
Like as she's walking up, because that dude on there's a party going on next door and the guy's like harassing her.
And he's like catcalling her and then she smiles because she thinks it's cute.
She seems to be in high spirits. So I'm like, is she just like cold calling? She wants a little piece of dick or whatever?
I mean, like, yeah, she's doing a cold booty call.
This is a pre-cell phone day. She just had to knock on the door.
She just had to knock on their door.
They're home.
Yeah, exactly.
But so she walks up to the house. She just lets herself in.
Yeah.
Which is wild. I would feel like just walking unannounced into a SEAL's house feels like a good way to get killed.
Strikes me as likely, yeah, because he's probably sleeping in his closet or something, like too afraid to sleep in a bed.
So she walks in there. The place is trashed, which he never struck me as that type of dude, who's like very lose control.
I feel like this. So you remember when we were talking about like dissecting the script?
Yeah.
Like this moment is like, okay, this is the part where the one writer was asked to add like depth and character to the characters of this movie. And so it's like, well, what if this buttoned up guy, when he loses his cool, that's all I can figure.
But so she finds the distraught Michael Biehn. He's out on the deck. She tries to comfort him. So then it cuts to later on. They're walking, taking a stroll on the docks, having some inaudible dialogue.
Right.
That was bizarre. There was
no idea what they're saying.
This is a weird scene.
Yeah.
It's not helped by the sound mixing and the music selection.
It was a horrible song.
Yeah, it was a song called Hardline by Richie Havens. It's way too loud.
No.
The people are talking and you can hear that they're talking, but you can't tell what they're saying.
The mix is awful.
Yeah. I couldn't hear shit. It's like, I don't think the song is terrible, but it's a bad choice for this movie. For this scene.
It's a bad song, though.
I'm
sorry.
The mixing is so bad.
It's everything is bad about this moment.
So they're saying something and we can hear, I think we're supposed to be able to hear what they're saying, but we can't.
I can't understand them, yeah.
So Michael Biehn, he puts his arm around her shoulder and they keep walking. I have no idea what they were saying, but it felt very platonic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, then it fades to it's the next morning. Claire's asleep at Michael Bihn's place.
Right.
Did they fuck?
Yes.
Yeah?
100%.
I would agree with you. They have to have.
I mean,
because she didn't have a shirt on, or like you could see her just like bare shoulders.
Right.
Like she was topless under the covers.
The only thing that I could assume is that like he slept on the couch and gave her his bed like
she was almost like a bunk bed or some shit.
Yeah,
I know.
Did you see like stepped up into the bed?
It was so strange.
It was so weird.
I don't know. He's fully dressed.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, okay. So he walks in there.
Whatever is exactly the right answer.
He stares at her for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He is kind of creepy.
A little bit.
He starts stroking her hair. So she wakes up. She's surprised that he's dressed in fatigues. He's like dressed already. He just says they found him. Apparently referring to Shahid.
We assume this.
But you wouldn't know because that's literally the only words that get said in the whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
They hug, a long, like, passionless feeling hug. And then he leaves her. He didn't say a fucking word. He walks out. No instructions. No, like, take your time, just lock up behind you, or I'll call you later when I can. Like, I don't know. She looked as confused as I am.
Like, y'all can't see this, but Kevin is really confused right now.
The only other possibility is that they didn't fuck, but she had like tried to seduce him and it didn't work.
And he was like he had like whiskey dick.
Like whiskey dicked it up, yeah.
Yeah.
Or he just like took her clothes off and slid into his bed and he's like, I'm gonna go sleep on the couch. Fucking total jackass.
I like the darker version where they tried to fuck.
He couldn't perform.
And he couldn't do it. Right. And then
she seemed disappointed. The look on her face was a look of disappointment. Like I threw myself at him. It never happened.
Right. Yeah. Like we'll try again in the morning when you're sobered up. And then all of a sudden he's leaving and could potentially be dead.
Or it's like Sheen said, we hit him and forget him. Like, I walk out, I'm never coming back to this house. I move on to the next home. I leave her naked in bed.
I've abandoned this house.
We never see her again.
No, she's done. That was literally the last scene that she had in this movie.
She's just jilted, left.
That's a wrap
on, I don't know.
On journalist Claire. That's a wrap on journalist Claire.
It's crazy shit.
Yeah.
But so sometime later, the SEALs are back in their headquarters. Sheen, he walks in to find Michael Biehn there. It was the same exact establishing shot of the exterior that they used earlier.
Yep.
Like the same dudes walking across. Yep. I'm like, man, this is sloppy.
So lazy.
Same clouds, same cars are all in the same spots. Fucking crazy shit. Sheen walks in. He implies that the guy, I guess, that they had kidnapped gave up Shahid's location and the location of the stingers. So Michael Biehn is ignoring him. Sheen like sort of grabs him by the shoulder. He's like, I'm still a part of this fucking outfit. So they have a brief stare down. And then Biehn tells Sheen, okay, grab your gear. We're going to Beirut.
Okay. Biehn was well within his rights to go, no, you're not.
You're fucking grounded.
You're grounded, right?
Yeah.
Like, well within his rights to do that.
But it's like all the five of us and not you are going to Beirut to take on an army by ourselves.
It's just like, it's so...
They would send in the full Navy.
No, if you're...
Or they send in the Marines. Like, it wouldn't be 6 SEALs.
6 SEALs in the middle of an active war zone.
Yeah, they'd drop a fucking bomb.
Right, they would just drop a fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Like, literally, we'll get into this in part 5.
It's crazy.
But this movie, it makes no sense.
It's as if there are no other Navy SEAls other than these guys.
Now 6 guys.
They're running every mission. They're flying back and forth from one continent to another every couple of days.
They are welcomed wholeheartedly into the Delta Sky Lounge. They never have to pay for food in the Delta Sky Lounge.
This shit's crazy, but it's a movie, and I think we're not supposed to understand that
we're not supposed to ask questions.
We probably are supposed to think these are the only 6 Navy SEAls in the world.
Right.
It's them and no one else.
This is how elite it is.
So elite.
So elite.
And they got some high-functioning alcoholics in the group. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Anyway,
that's the wrap-up of our next to last episode, the penultimate shit.
Yeah, come back next week. We're gonna bring it. It's nothing but action all the way to the end at this point.
Yep, that's it.
There's no more story. There's no more character development. Thank God. It's just murder and death from here to the end.
Yes. So with that's a brilliant tease. You got to come back and listen.
That's right.
And until next week,
we'll be back.